In this meditation, we don't really need to be sitting quietly. We don't need to be in nature. In fact, we don't need to be in any particular environment or place. This is a practice for this particular moment. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you could be going about your daily life, whether at work, at home, or perhaps even be in the middle of a crowd, strangers or perhaps people you know. This meditation is rooted within the shamanistic practices are very much connected to mindfulness and meditation. Practices that have been on this planet for thousands of years. And some civilizations past, and some very much present today, who saw nature as an important part of them, connected to them. And by nature, they included both animate and inanimate objects. From the animals around them, to the trees and the grass and the flowers and the herbs, all the way to the land, the earth, the stone, the sand, the pebbles, the clouds, the sun, the moon, of course the stars. In today's language, we use words such as animate and inanimate. However, these words themselves can be quite misleading, because in this meditation, we look beyond the surfaces. As science will tell us, every object, not only on this planet but in the universe that we can experience through our senses, our eyes, our ears, our skin, our smell, and our taste, our sense of taste. Everything made up of atoms and molecules. New fields of science have discovered particles within these atoms and molecules. And beyond that, theories which arrive at a simple fact that underneath and beneath these particles, pure energy, the energy that runs through your body, the energy that runs through the trees and the grass and the flowers, the energy that runs through the stones and the mountains, indivisible, of one source, all connected, referred to in mindfulness and many meditation practices as simply consciousness, awareness, presence, sense of being, and intelligence. An intelligence that simply just is. That exists as much within our own bodies, keeping our hearts beating and blood flowing, our hearts pumping as it does. The lilies and the roses that emerge as buds and then bloom into beautiful flowers. An intelligence within every atom, every molecule that makes up the trees, that makes up the rocks. And in today's world, the brick and mortar, the fabric of our clothing, the walls that create these spaces for us, called our homes, the roads, the pavements, the cars, and all of the machines and technology around us. That very energy that we sometimes label as money and wealth, abundance, an abundance that moves around through our contactless cards, our watches and phones and PayPal accounts, through the internet. In this practice, we will tune into this energy, this intelligence within the cells of our body that so consistently keep our bodies in balance, irrespective of how we treat it. Raising body temperatures when viruses and bacteria are introduced into the bloodstream. An intelligence that freezes the blood where there is an open wound. An intelligence that cleans the blood and impurities through the liver and kidney function. Spend a few moments just feeling this life that flows through your body. That which we call life, and awareness, consciousness, presence, and so much more that our minds are unable to grasp, a vastness beyond the mind's understanding that we are connecting to, that we are tuning into, that we often forget simply because of our very strong identification as the mind and with the mind. The mind that identifies with the body. The mind that is an energy field in itself, whose function was to translate the energy around us, all of the vibrating atoms and molecules that enter into our experience. The mind slowing down those vibrations and then translating them, for the brain to make sense of. Images, sounds, smells, tastes, sensations, fed to the brain, our biological tool, also made up of atoms and molecules. There is no wrong way to practice, for this practice begins with you here in the now, saying thank you for your body, whichever parts you can see or be aware of from within and through your senses. It's functioning. And then becoming aware of the life flowing through it, constantly saying thank you, acknowledging, being grateful. Thank yous and more thank yous for its functioning. Countless functions occurring unconsciously. The heart beating, the kidneys cleaning the blood, just like the liver, the digestive system extracting nutrition from the foods and the drink that we consume, and the lungs extracting oxygen from the air that we breathe into our bodies. In this practice, we connect ourselves to all of these cells, but consciously. Feeling how every cell that makes up these organs, the soft tissue and the bone, are all alive, functioning together to support us. And so the appreciation and the thank yous, they continue. And then extending this awareness to all of the surfaces within and around your body. By within, I refer to the inner parts of the nasal passage, the windpipe that runs through your throat, the surfaces of skin that cover your scalp and your face and your hands and your legs and your ears, of course your neck, and those parts of the body that are covered in clothing, those parts of the body that are in contact with the fabric of the clothing that wraps itself around your body, those surfaces of skin upon which your body rests itself on, whether chairs, cushions, flooring. In this practice, we begin to acknowledge the consciousness not only within our bodies, but within the atoms and molecules that make up everything that surrounds us. From the clothing on your body, to the flooring or the pavement underneath you that supports your body, the walls, the furniture, the clouds, the very breath entering into your bodies. Even the oxygen, millions of years in the making, as bacteria, prehistoric bacteria, converted the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere through that process called photosynthesis into the oxygen that sustains us and the life around us. A story and a history behind everything around us, from the blade of grass to the piece of furniture and pavement that we walk on. Builders, skilled and unskilled workmen, and sometimes even children involved in the production of these items. Everything around us, energy, everything around us, a gift. As we sit, as we move, we connect ourselves to all of this, including the people around us, strangers or those known to us, the trees, both small and large, every animal, every insect, every bird, every form of life. A new beginning. From this point onwards. Moving through the world. Experiencing it at a much deeper level. Beyond the surface, beyond the form. Acknowledging the bond that we share. This bond that we will for now refer to as consciousness, awareness, or that energy that draws us towards each other. That energy often referred to as kindness, as compassion, as love. That energy that simply unites.